I do want to point this out because I'm going to switch over real quick about your guys' offensive line. So I wrote this down. So Gooseby a left tackle, correct?
Yep.
So redshirt sophomore, was a 413th ranked guy composite out of high school, 328 snaps. And this is where I believe Ohio State wins the game, just so you guys know. I think we win this game with our D-line. Left guard, Umezulu, how do you say that?
Yep. Yeah, Umalazulu, yeah.
Umazulu. 166 snaps. Redshirt junior, though, mind you, very talented coming out of high school.
Yep.
Hudson, senior.
Yeah, Hudson, yeah.
So now him, I think there's no worry about. I think that's very important for you guys at center. 1,300 plus snaps. Because I think he could have either gone to right guard or center, right?
Yeah, he can play basically any position other than tackle. Yeah, he can play anywhere other than tackle.
That's the type of guy you want there. You're only returning starter, and when Wolverine fans come at me talking about what Texas is gonna beat you guys, I do bring up. I'm pretty sure they lost 4 offensive linemen. I'm pretty sure that's a fact. So but Campbell, senior. Let's get a run through about DJ Campbell. The guy's a dog. So I got nothing to say about that. But this is a guy that I really want to talk about. Because I think that if he is who I thought he was coming out of high school, this is where I think you guys can navigate around our defensive line. Because it's much harder to bring your O-line together than your D-line. Your D-line, you can just go say, go.
Yeah.
Brandon Baker, who I wish was at Ohio State. Oh my God, we were so close. But the kid is just so good. And now it's just about let's see it, right? And I'm so bullish on this kid. I want to say, Gooseby, you got right tackle, man. I'm just gonna put the kid over there. But I really want to see what he looks like. For those who don't, for Ohio State fans who don't know, Brandon Baker, Ohio State really wanted him out of high school, but Justin Fry, being the crap recruiter he is, but good developer, but crap recruiter he is, didn't get him. And Brandon Baker wanted to stay home. But so there's that. But number 2 offensive tackle coming out of high school, top 30 recruit out of high school. Yeah. Composite. I mean, this is one of those offensive linemen who I would call him a mountain piece on your team. Like it's someone who you can build the rest of the offensive line around. So, how do you guys feel about Brandon Baker coming into the season?
I'll let you hit on that, Joe.
Yeah. So I want to backtrack to Trevor Gooseby on the left side.
Defend him.
Right. Trevor Gooseby starting over Brandon Baker, right? Gooseby was the guy that came in when they had injuries at tackle last year. And that was because I feel the way about Brandon Baker like you do. I almost named my 3rd child Brandon Baker when he committed to Texas, right? That's how much I wanted that guy to come into Austin. No, I didn't actually. My wife wouldn't have killed me. But that. So that to me, yeah, a little bit. No, so that to me is the big feather in the Trevor Gooseby's going to be okay cap, because if he was I thought Brandon Baker was going to be a day one in the mix guy coming into Austin. So the fact that Gooseby got the reps over him last year makes you feel better about him. I mean, Brandon Baker, I talked, one of my buddies played offensive line at UAB. He was a recruiting guy for a while. Now he's a high school teacher, just doesn't do the football piece anymore. But he was drooling when Gooseby committed when Brandon Baker committed to Texas, ready-made kind of guy who could come in and be, like you said, that cornerstone piece of an offensive line. And so I have nothing but good things to say about him. And I think because of that, that's why I feel okay about Trevor Gooseby on the left side, because Gooseby got the reps over him a year ago. And, I'll say this, Kyle Flood is not the guy to just, he's not the star chaser, very clearly. He's not the guy who's going to, start a guy or give him reps because he's not the, because he has whatever personal feelings. He's going to play the best guy. And so I think that to me is the reason why I feel okay about Gooseby, because again, everybody loves Brandon Baker. Anybody that knows anything about offensive line is going to tell you Brandon Baker is going to be the next big thing. And so Gooseby getting the reps over him makes me feel good.
I'm going to defend even harder because I watched this man play Texas A&M, and he made me forget Kelvin Banks existed. He made me forget in that game that Kelvin Banks was missing in that game. No one came off that side and touched Quinn Ewers. There was not an issue. People are like, man, where's this guy come from? And he's a freaky athlete. But you can type it in right now. Type in Trevor Gooseby dunking a basketball, doing a 180 on the basketball court at 6'7", 330 pounds. Dude, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be a good football player for Texas. He'll get drafted higher than Cam Williams. I'll place money on anyone with that. Like, he's not a 6th-round pick. He's better than that. Like I said, left guard is my biggest concern. I have no idea what Zena's going to do. None. You could tell me he gets benched in the 2nd or 3rd game of the season. You could tell me he goes on to be 3rd-team All-American. And you know what? That could be the case. I do not know. I'm confident in 4 of the guys starting on that offensive line. I have no idea about that left guard position. And it's the first time really Texas didn't have to worry about this last year. Like, we knew who the offensive line was. We knew what they were going to do. We knew how good they were going to be. And they were pretty good. I honestly think they were not as good as we thought they were going to be. I think Gerald would agree with that as well. Like, we had too much talent for them to struggle in certain aspects. But really, really good. I think they're going to be pretty good this year. I don't think they're going to be really good, but I think they're going to be pretty good along the offensive line.
And I think if this game was week 8 and not week 1, I'd feel a whole lot better about the offensive line. I mean, that's right. It takes a few weeks for them to get to gel and to get their rhythms right and their steps right and their hands right and all of that. I mean, you said it right. It is a lot easier to just turn loose a defensive lineman and say, "Hey, go find the ball," than it is an offensive lineman. So I think that's it. That is why I think it's going to be a very lower scoring game than folks anticipate. Because I think both of these defenses are going to have a lot to say about the outcome.